Hey, Honey Podcast listeners, how you doing today? Today's episode is going to be about my city, Chicago. On 119th Eggleston Sunday, this guy was walking by and heard screaming inside of an abandoned house. Okay, so this story is to be true. The young lady did get rescued. She was tied and chained to a wall. This man is walking around the community, still has not been captured. There's a lot of abandoned apartments and houses on 119th, which they call the 9. And we need to be more careful walking around that area, ladies and gentlemen, because this man had that girl in there for 4 or 5 days. Now, what's crazy to me is it takes a stranger walking down the block to hear her and call the police, which he did a lot. Okay, that's the problem. Folks just don't know when to be quiet. So he did help her get rescued, and throughout the live video he was shooting, he just kept saying somebody needs to help me buy these houses, and so that people won't be able to snatch them and fuck the bank. Let them come and talk to me about it. I'm going to change the locks and this, and that. Okay, 2 things. For one, black people, y'all need to start moving in silence. If you want to change the locks and mow the grass and get it right, do your research and figure out how to get it done. Stop screaming and yelling that somebody needs to help you. No, help your motherfucking self. That's number 1. Excuse me. Number 2, the neighbors, y'all live next door to this house. If the girl been screaming for 4 or 5 days, why in the fuck the neighbors didn't call the police sooner? Everybody just sitting on their porch. So throughout these 4 or 5 days, y'all done sat on the porch and heard this young lady inside this building. You ain't did shit about it. You done seen somebody coming in and out that motherfucking building. You ain't said shit about it. We need to start speaking the fuck up, because stuff like this is going to continue to go on. Wake up, people, and start opening your mouth for the right things, instead of putting all the wrong things in that motherfucker or letting the wrong things come out that motherfucker. Let's do the right thing. Speak up for victims. So that's just crazy to me, because I grew up on 119th in that area, Eggleston, Michigan, State Street, Wabash, all these places I grew up around. And I'm glad I wasn't one of those girls. My mother paid close attention to us, and if we scurried off in some kind of way, then trust me, the block was looking. Not just my mama, the whole block. Y'all better come back together as a community, Chicago. Congratulations to the man for stepping up and speaking out. Good job there. We need more men like that. But instead of calling the police, I would have broke that motherfucker down. Because you're a black man, it's a black woman inside, so why you waiting on them? Do what you need to do. Get out of there. She was rescued. She was released from the hospital Sunday the next week, and she is recovering. But this serial killer psycho is still out there. So ladies, watch your kids, watch yourselves. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's podcast. This is about Chicago, Illinois, more importantly about crazy people that's taking us and victimizing us. There's no telling what trauma she's been through in 4 or 5 days. Just being chained to a wall is trauma enough. So let's pray for her. Pray for her full recovery. Thank y'all for listening. Follow me on Spotify. Follow me on your iPhone podcast button. And leave your comments, questions, or concerns. Thank you so much for tuning in to Honey.P podcast. And we will be back with another episode.